Okay, so chapter 1, section 1 has to do with order of operations. And the reason why we have order of operations is so that when we're given the same problem, anybody in the world, if they're given the same problem, then they can arrive at the same answer. Order of operations is that set of rules that everybody follows to make sure that that happens. Now, there's a couple of different ways to remember it. The most common one is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And with that, obviously the letters that all of those words start with are what's important. And then other people just condense it to just those letters and they call it PEMDAS. So, whichever one you prefer, but you'll probably want to know them both. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally and PEMDAS, both of those have to do with order of operations. It's the order that we do things in to make sure that we get the same answer no matter what expression or equation is given to us. Now, I like to put symbols with these because it helps remember what they're for. Parentheses has to do with, or the P obviously has to do with parentheses. Now, we start with parentheses like this. Eventually, you guys will get more and more parentheses. So a bracket, and then we even have a third kind of bracket. All of those are really just different ways to express parentheses. Now, we want to work always with parentheses from the inside out. So you start with your innermost set, and then you'll get rid of those, and then you'll get rid of those, and then you'll get rid of those. And that's how you want to do parentheses. E is your exponents. So they are these little numbers right up here. They're also known as like a power. So x to the power of 2. That's your exponents. Now, M stands for multiplication, and you guys have been seeing multiplication with an X a lot. We're actually going to get away from it because X will turn into a variable. It'll turn into our unknown. And so because of that, we no longer use X. We try and use a dot. So in between two numbers, I'm going to show you an example right over here. So if we have, so this is what you guys would have seen. 4 times 2 would have been 8. Now what you'll see is 4 times 2, that'll be a dot in the middle, still 8, so that's good. You might even see like a number right next to a parenthesis. So if I have a number right next to a parenthesis and there's another number on the inside, that right there, 4 times 2, also means multiplication, just so you're aware. Now, multiplication and division are of the same importance, and so we will box those off. Oh, I forgot to do the symbols. Division is just a divide bar. You can also see it used as a fraction. So fractions are just division problems. You can write your fractions better than that. Sorry. All right, so I box multiply and divide off because they are of the same importance. So we actually do these two simultaneously. We just do whichever one comes first, going left to right in our equation. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. Now, adding and subtracting, our symbols for that are adding and subtracting. It's pretty basic. These two are also of the same importance. So I also box these two off, and I say whichever one comes first, going left to right. Now, we have our set of rules. Let's do a problem so I can kind of show you how to use them. And you guys will be able to do some problems as well, and you'll work with this as well. All right, let's start off pretty basic. Let's do 27 minus 18 divided by 6. This is our expression. It's not an equation because it doesn't have an equal sign with it, just so you guys are aware. Now, we have our expression. We know we have to go through order of operations. We don't have any parentheses. We don't have any exponents. Multiply and divide are of the same importance. any multiply, any divide, boom, first one's divide. 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. I drop down everything I haven't used. I haven't used 27, I haven't used my subtraction. So now I have 27 minus 3. Now, I've done all of my multiply and dividing. I have adding and subtracting left. All I have is a subtraction. So 27 minus 3 is 24. You guys are going to go ahead and try that.